and today we are looking at LG's latest flagship, the G3, and we'll start with what's in the box. You can see the box is fairly compact and you have all these golden colors and everything. You see also got some award from GSMA, and this is the black gray version and the 16GB version that you get in India here. And you have some quick specs, rather 5.5-inch quad HD screen, Snapdragon 801 processor, 1-watt speakers, 13MP optical image stabilization plus dual flash camera, laser autofocus, that means face detection system basically. So 3000 mAh battery, and the price is not written here because this says not for sale. It's a review unit of course, but you would get it for about 49,000 on Amazon.in here in India, about $644 unlocked on Amazon.com, and about £449 on Amazon.co.uk. So we'll quickly go ahead and open the box and see what comes inside. So first you get the phone here, and then once you go further in you would get some manual that would include your warranty card, your quick start guide, and some of the other usual stuff. And then once you go further in you would get that micro USB 2.0 data cable plus a charger. That's I guess that's a 1.8 ampere charger USB double round pin. So that's about what's all in the box really. So the phone feels quite nice in hand despite of having a big 5.5-inch screen. Now it has a 5.5-inch screen and our Galaxy Note 3 has a 5.7-inch screen, but you would see that the G3 has a much smaller footprint. It's a much smaller body, mainly because of the incredibly thin bezels around on both sides of the display here. The body is mostly plastic, all plastic, so there is no metal. Plus you have this true IPS HD glass protected by Gorilla Glass 3. It feels amazing in hand really, and specifically this boat shaped curved design here places it very comfortably in your pocket. So you have this 5.5-inch screen, it's a true IPS plus display, basically 2560 by 1440 pixels, which kind of comes to the quad HD, so that means 4 times the HD resolution, or you can also say 2K display. Now that comes to about 534 ppi of color density, which is incredibly sharp. On top you have your earpiece, the notification LED lights and sensors and stuff, and you also have the 2.1 MP front camera that can record at full HD at 30 FPS. All your shortcut keys, soft shortcut keys, gonna be here on the screen, and nothing much here on the left side. Here you would have the 3.5mm jack, a noise cancelling mic, micro USB 2.0 port. Again, nothing much here except the hole to open the back flap, and then you have your IO blaster and another noise cancelling mic. But like the G2, most of the action are on the back side. So you have your 13MP autofocus camera that can also record at full HD, dual LED flash for a proper white balance and skin tone. You also have that laser area here that acts when you're autofocusing. That's one of the USP of the G3. It has that laser autofocus. So unlike other phones which has a much slower contrast detection autofocus system, this guy does it with face detection, which is kind of much faster. And then you have your power or lock button, and then the volume buttons here, the LG branding, and your speaker grill. And then when you open the back flap, you see that it's pretty tough and has this nice brushed metal look. You have the 3000 mAh battery here, plus your SIM card slot, and then the micro SD card slot. The micro SD card supports up to 128GB, and then in addition to the 16GB already available here. Now you get two versions. You get a 16GB version that has a 2GB RAM, and you get a 32GB version that has a 3GB RAM. In India we mostly get the 16GB version, 16GB 2GB RAM version. This guy is powered by the latest Snapdragon 801 chipset. You have that 2.5 GHz quad core Grade 400 chip, and then Adreno 330 GPU. So brilliant, all cutting edge technology, and although it's plastic, it feels very nice in hand. This part in particular, I love this part. I love the circle texture below here. Yeah, it kind of actually gives the phone a metallic look. However, it's not metal, it's plastic. And 8.9 mm thinness, but it actually feels much thinner than that. Plus 149 grams for a 5.5 inch phone is incredible. The G3 has an extremely sharp screen. I guess there are only two phones right now, as far as I can recall, that has a quad HD screen. The G3 and then the Oppo Find 7. It's very crisp and sharp, and of course can display 2K videos. So even if you go, like, even if you touch your eyelashes here, you go to the microscopic level, you'd be hard pressed to find any pixelation on the icons here. We'll look at a color card and we'll look at see how accurate the colors are, and that's our real color card. And if you go through them, you'll see that the most of the colors, almost all of the colors, are their true shelf. So the G3 is not actually overdoing or oversaturating any colors and stuff, and even the viewing angle is actually very good. But about this part, this color is basically, see, but still it's brilliant. Not as good as a Super AMOLED screen, but still it's brilliant. So amazing display. We absolutely love the display. That's a hallmark of the G3 really. Now the G3 is powered by Android KitKat 4.4.2, and we have LG's very heavy customized skin on top. We absolutely love the animation, unlock animation of LG's. Then you get to the home screen. You can add more home screen here. You can also long press to add apps or widgets or wallpapers, and that's your notification bar. Pretty usual really. You see quick function toggle bar. Long press on the home button to go to Google now, and then your recent app menu, you can clear all of them. You can go to dual window from here, or also you can long press on the back key to do the same thing. Now here is something we really like. There's something called a smart alert. So what it does is basically it keeps giving you new tips or information that you might need at any point of time. Now for example, it tells me that there are some temporary files that are unnecessary. I might want to clean them, and then also explore brand new features. And then here's the really cute one: rain is expected until night, so you may want to carry an umbrella, like that. And then you have your LG health and smart tips and all. When we go inside, we get to this app drawer, and what you would see with the G3 is a really limited number of apps from LG. Now LG has reduced the number of apps to give you more free space. So let's check out some of the settings now. So you have your usual connection settings, and then sound settings here, display, and you can go to your home touch button. Really there's something that we really like, and an advantage of having the keys on screen. So you can simply go and possibly get any button there. You see, you can also move them around. So I actually like this part. And then you have some other things like fonts and screen timeout and those usual general. So you can add this many accounts here. Absolutely no bloatware. Here you go, guest mode, gestures, storages. So out of 16 GB you get about 9.42 GB free for your own. And then about phone, if you go to software information, you would find that Android 4.4.2. Yeah, so let's check out some of the apps quickly. So first is the 13 MP autofocus camera. Now we actually like this multi-area autofocus system. You can start recording from here straight away. You can pause and then start again. You can also click snaps. You see, let's see how the still quality is. It takes a long time actually to process. Okay, it takes about 2 minutes to process. But we absolutely like this multi-area autofocus system. It's crazy fast, mainly because of the face detection system. Now I am doing it on a glass, so it might get just a slight bit confused, but this multi-area autofocus system actually helps you properly focus. That's how you switch to front and then back camera, those are flash and some other things. Yeah, you have some modes here and there. Yeah, the magic focus is mainly the defocus or your shallow depth of field, that mode, panorama, dual mode and all. And then you go to some settings here, 13 MP, HDR, on or off, auto, off. And there you see it also can record at 2K UHD or full HD there, 13 MP, and if widescreen you would go to 10 MP. Now the image and video quality are excellent quality under enough light. They have very good amount of details, plus even under low light the noise is checked to a very decent level. The saturation and hue are proper. The color rendition is very good, but most of all what really impressed us is that very fast autofocus system. It's really cool for fast moving objects, like say you're picturing a dog or your kid probably, so they don't move exactly at a blazing fast, but then just fast enough, or just like faster than most of the contrast detection system on the phones to lock on them to give you the tech sharp autofocus system. But the G3 actually could lock on them properly, mainly because of that laser thing that gives them a phase detection system which is much faster than your contrast detection system. The browser renders the web pages very nicely, very smooth, you see. And then even if you go to an article, you would see that the texts are very legible. We also did an HTML5 test and it scores great. See, it's a bit 510 out of 555. That's incredible. Now we're gonna check some of the music performance, but before we clear all, because what we see is that the interface is so heavy that it lags despite of that great 400 CPU and the GPU. It lags most of the time, and most of the time as in when you're heavy multitasking or you're switching between very heavy animation screens or very heavy animation transactions. But this guy is not supposed to do that. It's a top of the line product, so that lag kind of it's absolutely fine for daily moderate usage, but not for people who actually want to get the best out of a flagship. It's a 49,000 phone, for God's sake, and we do not want even the slightest hint of lag. Now we see this amount of lag in all Samsung phones as well. They are mainly due to their heavy customization on top of the stock Android. The thing is, Samsung and LG and all these top companies mainly want you to use their ecosystem. They have a lot of in-house apps for almost all the usual tools that you would need in daily life, which is a good thing. You don't have to go to Play Store and download something that might be incompatible with the device or such, and your experience might not be optimized. So using the ecosystem is fine, but then with the ecosystem comes a lot of apps and processes that keep running on the background, and the ROM becomes heavy and all those stuff, and the lag is actually a result of that. Now having said that, this lag is really small. But then for a reviewer like me, we notice even the faintest of lag. So for me, it kind of slightly annoys us, but when you get used to it for daily life, it should be really okay. Now you get your usual Google Android apps there and a lot of those in-house apps. Let's check out the music performance ones, because it really banks on its speakers, those 1-watt speakers. So the speaker is extremely loud. The 1 watt speaker actually makes good use of that. However, the bass is just about average. It's quite flat sounding really, and the treble is but proper, and the sound is very loud. And then you have your dialers, very big dialers. And also we're going to show you the keyboard. There, see, nice keyboard, a dedicated number row. They will always love that feature. Yeah, so there, see, again that lag persists a bit. You have your gallery, usual, arranged in stack. You can go to either of them and then go here and you can edit and many things, auto crop and then styles and all those stuff. Now let's try playing a video, because that's one of the forte of this display, mainly for the display. They look really sharp, you see. Some more. Amazing screen. Too good. Yeah. So that's about it really. You have some in-house apps like Quick Remote and FM Radio, Quick Memo Plus, your LG Smart World, Task and all those. Those are usual and you've seen them before on other LG phones. Nothing exclusive to G3. We also tried our hand on the gameplay and absolutely no problem. We tried Fruit Ninja, Asphalt 8 and Nova 3, and this guy plays them perfectly, does not break a sweat. So should you get this device? Now this is a flagship. It also priced accordingly, 49,000 over 650 US dollars. The main some of the things that we really like about this device is the very fast autofocus system, the brilliant screen, the loud sound output, and the overall the footprint. It's very low despite of having a 5.5-inch screen. If there's one thing that we do not like about this device, there are two things mainly. Is the slight lag that persists throughout the UI, plus these buttons are actually too close apart, and these volume buttons are like, you know, kind of in a groove. So actually what happens, it almost feels like there's only the power button here. So at times it happens that while, you know, about to press the volume up or the volume down button, I accidentally press the power button, and instead of the volume going up or down during a video, let's say, the screen switches off. So these two were minor main things that actually bothered us. But apart from that, this guy is a top-notch product, and it has some equally competent rival like the M8, like the Galaxy S5, the Note 4 is coming, the iPhone 6 is coming. But this guy should be one of the top devices, should be one of the 3 top devices out there. I would place it, I guess, just after the M8 and just above the S5. So kind of, if I treat it as if I treat the M8 as the number 1, I would treat this one probably as the number 2 and the Galaxy S5 as a number 3, and that's regardless of the price. Now if I take the price into consideration, then the Xiaomi Mi3 actually wins hands down, because of mainly, you know, solely because of the price. But then the extra feature this guys carries, like those laser autofocus system, you won't get it in any phone. So after all, a flagship should carry something that other phones do not have, and the LG G3 carries ample amount of those. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Please ask anything related to this phone and we'll try to answer, and please subscribe to our channel for more such good content in future. Thank you.